So as before, let me remove the air first and look at the sky. Now in this lecture we'll be dealing with something called as the constellations. Okay. Now if you see a collection of stars like what you see in the sky, it is very difficult to even memorize where some of the important stars are. So as an aid to memory, the ancient mariners or the ancient seafarers started cooking up stories related to the sky. Okay. So most of the Europeans, they knew the Greek mythology quite well. As a result, they gave the constellations with the Greek names, okay, or they took the constellations from the Greek mythology. So let me put on the artwork in the sky, because the software permits us to do these kind of things. So let's put on the artwork so you can see many of the constellations. So for example, here is one famous constellation which is called as the Libra. Libra is the scales. Okay. Same way, if you look up, you can see the constellation called as Virgo. Okay. Now, this is another constellation called as the Corvus, the crow. Okay. So let's first put the names of the constellations. Let me just check 1 second. So I put the names of the constellations here, so you can see here the name as Libra. Okay, and just to understand it a bit more clearly, I will also put on two great circles in the sky. The first one is the equator, and the second one is the ecliptic. Okay, and as I mentioned to you earlier, ecliptic is the path of the sun, and equator is basically the projection of Earth's equator onto the sky. And these two intersect at one point. I mean, actually they'll intersect at 2 points. This point is actually called as first point of Libra. Okay, and diametrically opposite to that, that is exactly 180 degrees to that, you will be able to see the first point of Aries. Okay, so to see the first point of Aries, let me just remove the ground, and you can see that there is another intersection which is going to be here in this particular constellation. Now you might start wondering why this point is called as first point of Aries, even though the intersection seems to be happening in the constellation of very close to Virgo. Okay, now the answer to that question is when these intersection points were first tabulated about 2000 years back, at that time this intersection point was actually in the constellation of Libra. Okay, that is the reason why this was called as first point of Libra. And so same way, this point got shifted through, this point shifted from the first point of Aries, which is basically here, to this one now. So one whole constellation, these points have been shifted. Okay, so this is zodiacal constellation, these points got shifted. This happens because Earth's axis undergoes something called as precession. Okay, in 2000 years, the axis of the Earth has shifted slightly, and that's the reason for this first point of Aries becoming first point of Pisces, and first point of Libra becoming first point of Virgo now. Okay, and this is also one reason why the sun signs, which we all are familiar with, are actually bogus. They are all shifted by one whole constellation. Now, what does the sun sign mean? I mentioned to you that the sun travels along the ecliptic, right? So if the sun starts from this point, in 12 months, the sun will come back to this point. Okay, that is, it will keep on moving every day by a certain amount. If you keep on measuring the position of the sun at the same time every day, you will see that the sun is actually keeping on shifting its position in relation to the background constellations. So in 12 months, the sun will come back to this point. So the zodiacal signs which we talk about are basically about 10 to 15 degrees either in plus direction or minus direction to the ecliptic. Okay. So for example, you'll see Aries, which is lying here. Then you'll see the constellation called as Taurus. You can see that constellation here. And today the sun is actually in between Gemini and Taurus in reality. But you will see that if you look at the zodiacal signs, you will see that the people who are born up to 21st of June, which is the 21st of June, they are all belong to the constellation called as Gemini, but they are not actually Geminis, okay? Because sun is not in the constellation of Gemini. So you can see the various other favorite zodiacal constellations here. You can see the Cancer, you can see the Leo, and then you can see the Virgo. Now I have to rotate the screen around to see the remaining constellations. So you can see the Virgo, and after the Virgo you can see the Libra, and then you will see the Scorpio, and then you will see the Sagittarius, then you will see Capricorn, and then you will see the Aquarius, okay, and then finally you will see the, which constellation is this? Pisces. Okay, so in 12 months the sun is going to go through these ecliptic lines. Okay, and whichever constellation sun is going to be, that is going to be called as the sun sign in the astrological parlance. But please remember, the sun signs have been also shifted through one whole constellation in a span of 2000 years roughly. Okay, so now let's get back to astronomy a bit seriously. Before that, let me pause this video here